Donnie and Dolly. The team is supported by ableauctions.ca. Closing your business? We can help.
That's what I'm talking about. Our guests today, including Ross Tucker, standing by, sponsored by Passant Motors. It is no tax November at Passant Motors. Purchase a vehicle from Passant, and they will pay the GST for you. For more information, go to Passant Motors, BASANT Motors.com. Theron Fleury goes to Passant Motors every once in a while. I can't let it go. I just can't let it go. As we bring in Ross Tucker from the Ross Tucker Football Podcast and Westwood One. How are you, sir? Thanks for doing this.
I'm great. Who's Theron Fleury?
Ooh. He's not Marc-Andre Fleury. I made a major mistake in our first segment. Theron Fleury is a Canadian hockey player, played with the Calgary Flames, New York Rangers, Chicago Blackhawks, etc. And I mixed him up for the starting goaltender, for the number one goaltender for the Hawks, Marc-Andre Fleury. This really doesn't.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I've heard of Fleury. I knew there were multiple Fleury hockey players, but I didn't remember the first name Theron.
Yeah. Trust me, everybody knows him around here. Now let's get to
Does he really go to Passant?
I don't know. Maybe he does.
He lives in Calgary, Ross. Usually I make the mistakes around here, but Donnie with a big one early in the morning.
You know what, though? I would drive from Calgary to Vancouver just to have Passant pay my GST.
Yeah.
Just for that. Are you kidding me? That's worth the drive. What is that, like an hour and a half?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay. And we all know each other, too.
12 hours.
Do you know this guy in Toronto? I love it. We love it. Hey, listen, before we get into the meat of what happened on Sunday, let's talk about another kind of meat here. Raiders at Cowboys. Thanksgiving Thursday down south. You're doing the game for Westwood One. What's the press box meal like on an American Thanksgiving?
Well, so it's interesting. I've never done a Cowboys Thanksgiving Day game. I've done the Detroit one probably 4 or 5 times. I've done the New Orleans one twice. I've never done the Cowboys Thanksgiving Day game, but I have done a couple of Cowboys games. Their press box food is elite. So I am very excited by the combo of American Thanksgiving and doing a Cowboys game. And in fact, if I can move my big head, this way, that football right there, that's the last time I was in Dallas on Thanksgiving. I was starting for the Cowboys. We beat Washington. Top 5 football memory in my life. I got the game ball. I was 23. The next morning, guys, I flew home to Philadelphia and went to my 5th year high school class reunion that night. Having started for the Cowboys the day before, I felt like Rick Dollywall. Like I knew what it felt like to be a star and to be cool, like Rick walking around in Vancouver Calgary or at Passant Motors. That's how I felt going into my 5th year high school reunion. The food should be amazing. At Ross Tucker NFL, Twitter, Instagram. I'll post the whole thing because I'll be sad on that with my family. So I'll post it like 5 times.
We look forward to that. I think there's a gravy stain on that ball, too. Hey, listen, what did you think of the Bills before the season started, and what do you think of them now, losing to the Colts yesterday?
Yeah, I thought they were an elite team. I thought they were the favorite to go to the Super Bowl in the AFC. I thought they would continue to build upon what they did last year. And I thought getting Star Lotulelei back up front and Gregory Rousseau in the first round would give them enough juice on the D-line to maybe be able to overtake the Chiefs. What I think now is that, in particular, the offense is in a funk. The offense has regressed. It's not good. And the good news for them is there is no elite team in the AFC. Frankly, there's no elite team, period. Everybody's like, every time I go on the radio, everybody's like, who are the good teams? Well, there's a lot of good teams. The problem is there's no great teams right now. There's none. So that's a positive for the Bills. They still just need to make sure they get in the playoffs, and then whoever gets hot and is playing their best ball then will have a chance. But Josh Allen and the offense are not playing very well. They've only had one good game out of the last 4. That was against the Jets, which I think barely counts at this point.
Hey, Ross, lots of negativity in Seattle, as you can well imagine. They're 3-7, another loss. A lot of people talking about blow it up. Pete Carroll, Russell Wilson. What are your thoughts in Seattle? What would you do right now looking ahead?
Yeah, well, first of all, Rick, do me a favor. Follow me on Twitter, at Ross Tucker NFL.
I do.
Because I'm the guy that was saying those things. You're like a lot of people. I'm the lot of people, Rick.
Okay.
I'm the one that said it's time for the Seahawks and Russell Wilson to part ways. First of all, Pete Carroll is still just a very conservative coach. You know, you look at some of the decisions they make, and I just feel like, I know everybody wants things to last forever. They don't. They don't last forever. I mean, Brady's not in New England anymore. Peyton Manning left Indianapolis. It's rare for them to last forever. It just feels like it's run its course. And I think the Seahawks are not a player or two away from being a legitimate contender. I think they would be best served by getting a ton of draft picks for Russell Wilson. Because here's the thing, Rick. When I tweeted that yesterday, you should have seen all the fans. Broncos fans, Steelers fans, Browns fans. Oh, he's coming to us. He's coming. We're getting him. There is a big market for teams that are contenders that have legit talent and want to get a dominant quarterback. They want to get an upgraded quarterback. That's what Russell Wilson represents. You're not going to get it in the draft. I don't know about Aaron Rodgers' availability. Deshaun Watson, I think I'd rather take Russell Wilson for a bunch of different reasons. Thank you. I think the Seahawks can get a king's ransom and kind of reset this thing. The question, I guess, then would be, is Pete Carroll part of the reset, or is it time for him to move on as well?
Hey, Ross, 4 straight wins for Kansas City. They beat your old team, one of your old teams, the Cowboys, yesterday. So 4 straight wins for Kansas City. What's different for them now versus their, 3-4 start?
The biggest thing is their defense. I mean, I know their offense was good against the Raiders, Donnie, but their defense, first 4 or 5 games, it was the worst in the NFL. The worst defense in the NFL, and not by a little bit. Now, the last 4 weeks, they've been just about as good as any defense in the NFL. They've actually been really, really impressive, and they were dominant. I mean, the Cowboys have scored at least 2 touchdowns every game this season. They scored 0 yesterday. Now, part of that's Amari Cooper didn't play because of COVID, CeeDee Lamb got, but still really, really impressed with what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. Chris Jones at D-tackle. Their corners are being super aggressive, and it's helped them a lot.
Okay, before we let you go, we got to talk about this guy. Back to the Colts and Bills. Jonathan Taylor, 5 touchdowns. He leads the NFL in rushing yards and TDs. What does he do well?
Everything. That's the thing that makes him so good right now. He's got rare speed. He's got a lot of power. You know what? He's more elusive and has better vision than I thought. When he was at Wisconsin, I kind of thought, big kid who runs well. Well, he's got more wiggle to him, like Rick on the dance floor, than I realized. And he's able to catch balls out of the backfield. Rick, are you a good dancer?
Absolutely, 100%.
Do you dance though? Like if you're at a wedding, are you spending a lot of the night?
Yeah, he's on the phone the whole time during.
It depends on how many shots I've had, but yeah, I can get active.
Good. Active. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. What are you taking shots of?
Crown Royal.
It's a Canadian drink.
Yeah, not apple juice or Kool-Aid.
That's been my dad's drink his whole life.
That's it. I remember you telling me that. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's why he's good, Donnie. He dances like Rick.
You don't want to see video of that. Hey, by the way, quickly before we let you go, are you on Twitch?
I'm not on Twitch yet.
Well, get going.
You know, I like when you guys ask 3 or 4 consecutive questions where you say quickly before we let you go. you guys got to coordinate this a little bit better.
It's clock management. Clock management is horrible here.
Well, we're dreaming about your press box meal on Thursday. I want a full report on Monday.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I know you'll come
before
through.
I go, I will do that for you.
Okay.
All right.
Very good. Thanks, Ross. Talk to you next Monday. Have a great
you,
Thanksgiving. Have a great
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
likewise. I can't say likewise because you guys already had it in October. You can't trick me. I know these things.
Yes. Thanks.
Can't put anything past you, bud. Thanks for
See
this.
ya.
You bet.